The time has finally arrived. In today's video, I will be attempting to achieve the Black Ops 6 Platinum Trophy. In October, I released my Platinum video for BO1, BO3, and Black Ops Cold War, and you guys absolutely love them, so it's finally time to Platinum, the newest installment in the Black Ops franchise, BO6. And I know the game has been out for a few months, so thank you for waiting patiently, but enough talking, let's get into the BO6 Platinum grind. BO6's Platinum features 45 trophies, with 11 of them being multiplayer-based trophies, and I forgot to mention that I am indeed playing on the PS4 version, which is the only way that the Platinum can now be attained, because COD is dumb and all the next-gen trophies are placed in the DLC of Modern Warfare 3, but nonetheless, I decided to start my trophy grind in multiplayer. But before jumping into any games, I decided to knock an easy trophy out of the way and first complete the training course. Like most Black Ops games, BO6 offers a training course where you learn the basic mechanics for combat and, of course, the new Omni movement. Like I said, this was pretty easy and self-explanatory, and after completing all the drills, I got my first BO6 trophy. I finished the combat training. Doing your part. Next, I jumped into some multiplayer games with some friends, and for some reason, we first decided to play Prop Hunt, which was actually kind of fun, not gonna lie, and after a few games, I got the red carpet trophy for getting play of the game 3 times. But I actually earned this trophy on the PS5 version first, so a few days later, I hopped on the PS4 version and got it again. Red carpet. That's for play the game? Play the game with the secondary is absurd. I'm not gonna lie. During my first day of playing, I also hit 500 eliminations, which got me my 3rd multiplayer trophy. There we go. The Pale Horse Arrives. I think that's 500. Cool. After this, I continued playing the game and eventually got my 25th victory. Podium finish, there we go. Win 25 multiplayer matches. For the next couple of days, I kept playing until I got to level 51, as that is when I unlocked the Sleeper Agent Field upgrade and could go for the Betrayal Trophy, which required me to kill an enemy from behind while disguised by the Sleeper Agent.
Hardpoint identified. Given up the lead.
Yes!
Hardpoint active.
Betrayal.
Hardpoint.
Shortly after, I got the Stylish Kill Trophy for getting 75 eliminations while having an active combat specialty perk. And to give some context, a combat specialty perk is a passive skill that becomes active when you equip 3 perks from the same category. So after getting 75 kills while having 3 perks in the same category equipped, I got the trophy.
Hardpoint is secure.
Stylish Kill, what is that? Get 75 eliminations while having an active combat specialty. Next, I went for the Heavy Ordnance Specialist Trophy, which required me to destroy 50 aerial score streaks with launchers, and on paper, this seemed like it was going to take forever. But by playing Nuketown 24/7, there were so many score streaks per game, and I was able to knock this out in a few hours. There we go, Heavy Ordnance Specialist 50. For 50 score streaks with launchers in multiplayer. Nice. As I was playing and going for trophies, I was also attempting to level up a bunch of guns, so while doing this, I got 250 with a single weapon, which granted me a weapon mastery badge, and in turn unlocked my next trophy called Show Off. Show Off? What is that? Earn a mastery badge for any weapon. And it was with the compact here. Okay. Now it was time to go for by far the glitchiest trophy in the game. During the time I was going for the Platinum, one trophy was actually unattainable. This was the Rush Hour Trophy, which very simply required players to get a double kill with an RCXD. But I did this, and the trophy never popped. I shortly learned that the trophy was glitched due to the implementation of the Season 1 Battle Pass and could now only be earned by playing the Kill Order game mode and by killing a special target called the HVT and another player at the same time, which was actually quite difficult because the HVT had added armor and typically stayed away from everyone else. But knowing that this was the only way to earn this trophy at the time, I loaded up the Kill Order game mode, and after a few games, I managed to earn a trophy that was technically unattainable.
BT located.
Go!
Friendly HVT on site. Keep it safe.
Yes! Rush hour, I got it! Yes!
No medals for second
Oh my
place.
god!
Crush those dirtbags.
Yes! Yes!
Authorizing UAV mission.
Oh, that,
Enemy
now I'm lit
HVT
now.
on site.
That
Take 'em out.
was fantastic. I'm so excited. Yes. Now only 2 multiplayer trophies remained, and I should say they can also be earned in zombies, but I'm counting them as multiplayer. Nonetheless, if you guys didn't know, I've always been a sniper and have unlocked diamond camo for snipers in every COD I've played, so of course I had to do the same for BO6. So for the next few hours I grinded headshots for all snipers, and after doing a few camo challenges, I once again earned diamond camo for snipers in a Call of Duty game. Will this be it? Yes. Camos are forever. Unlock any diamond or opal camo. That was a good way to do it too. Oh, look at the diamond. Alright. Now only 1 multiplayer trophy remains. Now that I've completed all the miscellaneous multiplayer trophies, all that was left was for me to prestige, which would then finish the multiplayer section of the BO6 Platinum. Alright. Here we go for the final multiplayer trophy. Return of the King. Now that all the multiplayer trophies had been earned, I jumped into the reason I've always played and enjoyed Call of Duty games, the campaign. In BO6's campaign, there are 24 trophies ranging from completion based to miscellaneous based, and in like all my playthroughs, I attempted to earn all 24 in one playthrough, which means I would have to play on veteran difficulty and attempt to earn all miscellaneous trophies on the hardest difficulty. But of course, I went through the hell that was BO3 and as well as World at War, so of course I was up for the challenge. The BO6 campaign takes place during the Gulf War, and in terms of the Black Ops timeline, it chronologically begins directly after the iconic BO2 mission Come Suffer With Me, where this happened.
No. Mason! Fool. You bastard! Fuck! Menendez!
The BO6 campaign begins with a mission called Bishop Takes Rook. The mission takes place in Kuwait as Case, who we play as throughout the campaign, fights alongside fellow CIA operatives Troy Marshall and Jane Harrow as they attempt to capture Iraq's Minister of Defense, Saeed Alawi. And after destroying most of the convoy and fighting our way to Alawi's vehicle, we find him and take him alive. However, after getting a hold of Alawi, another group of international paramilitary soldiers called Pantheon move in on our location. So after taking them out and getting back to our exfil location, this happens. Oh! Adler.
Stand down!
It's always Adler, dude. I should kill Adler right now. Oh yeah, knee. Got him in that rear.
You can eat that, son.
Always Adler.
I'm all done here.
Should have him killed.
I got a message for Woods.
Oh yeah?
Tell him Bishop takes Rook.
Oh.
What's that supposed to mean?
Time to go.
Now that Pantheon knew our location, we had to escape, and I'm not gonna lie, anytime I get put in the back of a truck, I get severe PTSD from COD 1. If you know, you know. Save, please. There we go. What do I even do? But after taking out the helicopter and escaping in dramatic fashion, the mission was over and I got my first campaign trophy. There we go. Unexpected move. That's for completing the first
Of course, Woods knew
mission.
what it meant.
In the next cutscene, after Bishop takes Rook, we actually learned that Adler was the mole who got Mason killed in Panama in BO2. But nonetheless, after the cutscene, Woods takes Marshall and Case to a safe house called the Rook in Bulgaria, as we had been suspended for failing our mission of taking Alawi alive. So here, we started creating a plan to take down Pantheon, as Woods suspected them of creating a weapon of mass destruction. So we had to act before it was too late. Our first order of business, however, was to recruit recruit some more members in helping us take down Pantheon. But before that, I bought some upgrades in the house. Eventually, I would have to purchase all upgrades from the money that I find in missions for a trophy, but I'll come back to this later. Now, it was time for the next mission called Blood Feud. This mission saw Case attempt to recruit an assassin named Sev, who previously worked with Adler. Woods and Case tracked Sev's location to a fictional city called Avalon, and once we were there, we made contact with her. However, before meeting us, she tasked us with assassinating a member of the guild who had ties with Pantheon. So that's what I did next. This is actually where I could earn my first miscellaneous trophy of the campaign. Here, I had to reach the guild meeting without ever breaking stealth. So I had to get to the top of the clock tower without being seen, which was honestly quite easy. After getting to the top, I found the guild member on his yacht where I took the shot and assassinated him. After making my way back to where the mission started, a van pulled up, and here I met with Sev. Here she tells us that Yannick was just a distraction, and that the real target was the leader of the guild. So next, she tasked us with sneaking into a guild meeting and taking out the leader there. So I kept stealthy, and once I made my way to the leader's location, I got the trophy Covert Agent for never breaking stealth.
Oh, I did it. Covert Agent.
And after sneaking into the meeting with Sev, things got a bit out of hand and the leader made a run for it. And after fighting through a market, we took out his limo and put an end to his reign. And after this, Sev agrees to join the squad at the safe house.
Maybe it's time you take me to this safe house of yours.
Okay.
Got word from Case.
Talent
Somebody
acquisition.
agreed to join us.
While I was out recruiting Sev, Marshall recruited a man named Felix Newman who would help the group on the technology side of things. At the safe house, he tells us that Adler is being held in a CIA black site under Capitol Station in Washington, D.C. So that's of course where we head next in the mission called Most Wanted. The main objective in this mission was to rescue Adler from the black site. However, the only way that we could get in was through the use of a retina scan. So we came up with a plan to secure a photo of the senator's retina so that we could use that to get into the black site. So Case was disguised as a photojournalist, while Sev and Marshall would eventually be disguised as members of Bill Clinton's security team. However, this wouldn't be an easy task, as upon entering, we ran into an old friend.
How's it going? Good, good.
Sir,
Yeah. Oh, show the badge, of course. Here you go. Press. Thank you.
things are starting to wrap up in there.
All right.
Just so you know.
All right. Thank you.
Enjoy.
Yes. Thank you so much.
Have a good night. Hi.
Hey.
I was just on my way out.
Okay.
I don't know why you're here exactly, but you need to be very, very careful.
Okay. Yeah.
Langley has assembled a team to track the three of you down, and they may even have eyes here tonight. If you are spotted,
Don't
for
worry.
that suspension, Livingston will literally bury you alive.
Don't worry.
So it's great to see you.
Yeah.
We'll catch up soon.
Of course. Thank you. What's doing all that?
In this mission, I also had the chance to secure 3 miscellaneous trophies. So before really diving into the mission, I went for the trophy called Party's Over, which required me to perform 5 takedowns on guards in the gala without being spotted. And this wasn't as easy as it sounded, as there were no checkpoints, so if I got spotted, I would have to start again. So I would have to have a perfect run of stealthily taking down 5 guards. In the process, I accidentally got the trophy Close Combat Specialist for taking down 10 enemies in the campaign.
Close combat specialist. Perform 10 takedowns in campaign. Okay.
And after a few tries, I finally took down 5 guards in one run and got the trophy.
Party's over. Most wanted. Perform 5 takedowns on guards in the gala without being spotted. Now we can go.
Next, I met up with Sev and, bow.
Hello.
Here, she gave me some options on how to get Senator McKenna alone to get a picture of his eye. So after taking out a man who had a meeting with McKenna, I found the location of the meeting and showed up instead, and things escalated quite quickly.
You're not Grisham. Have a seat.
Whoa.
Nice camera. You some kind of a reporter?
Yeah.
So, what's your angle?
My angle is, I work for,
So,
yeah, corruption.
how about you tell me where I fit into this supposed corruption before you accept your
You don't.
Pulitzer?
You don't,
Whistleblower.
yeah, whistleblower.
You kidding me?
Yeah.
There's another word for that where I'm from. Rat.
Oh no.
Since I can't risk you ruining my career, we're gonna make it real hard for you to use a typewriter. Boys, he's all yours.
I think I just sold.
Go!
Oh my god! Say cheese.
After getting the photo, I made my way to the rooftop and met up with 7 Marshall. From here, Marshall and I made our way down to the black site, and clearly something was up. It turns out Pantheon got here first and were about to take out Adler, so we strategically and stealthily made our way past the numerous Pantheon guards until we got to Adler. Now that Pantheon knew we were there, we had to fight our way out. This was actually the first challenging section of the game, as enemies now had level 3 shields and tactical shocks. But using my adrenaline was a big help, and here I got another trophy for getting 5 headshots under the effects of adrenaline.
2, 3, 4. I got it. Rapid reflexes. That's for getting 5 headshots with adrenaline.
Once we cleared out all the enemies and got past more on the first floor, we found some bikes and made our escape. And I can't lie, this was by far the hardest section of the campaign, as once we got on the bikes and drove past enemies on the outside, I got insta-killed every single time due to my lack of cover and only having a pistol. Honestly, the worst part of the section was that every time I died, I'd have to go through a painful 30-second unskippable dialogue section.
Just like that, huh?
But after doing some research, I found out that the best strategy to survive was to aim down my sights throughout the entire section, and to my surprise, it actually worked, and I finally got past this section and finished the mission.
Oh, that's Adler. Jump! Jump! Okay, that actually wasn't that bad. Get me in. Get me in. Get me out of here. Breaking news. That was a cool mission. It was pretty long, but it was cool.
After a short debriefing in the safe house, we decided to go after something called the Cradle, an experimental weapon created by Pantheon, apparently held somewhere in Iraq. This set the scene for the next mission called Hunting Season. But before advancing toward the apparent location of the Cradle, we had to help NATO forces in destroying Scud launchers across the desert. This mission was similar to some of the open world missions in COD MW3 in that there was a map with a bunch of side and main objectives spread across the mission. And of course, in order to get a trophy, I'd have to complete all main and side objectives. While completing the first objective, I was given a score streak and proceeded to take out 5 or more enemies with the score streak to get a miscellaneous trophy.
Oh, this is 5 right here. Destructive weight. That's for getting 5 or more kills with a single score streak.
After this, I proceeded to complete all the missions around the map, which got me another trophy.
Goodbye. Full clear. That's for doing everything.
And after defending the HQ, the mission was over and it was time to advance on the palace that was apparently holding the Cradle. This mission would actually be important down the line, as I would come back to it to farm money for upgrades in the safe house. But nonetheless, the mission was actually pretty cool, as we launched a full assault on the palace. And after clearing everyone out, we made our way below ground and found the biological weapon called the Cradle. Here, Adler found a journal that informed us that the Cradle was actually produced in an American facility. But while we were underground, our position became under attack, so we had to defend the rooftop until exfil arrived. And after escaping and destroying the palace, the mission was over and I got a trophy for completing the last 2 missions.
Bunker Busters.
Now it was time to investigate where the Cradle came from. So next, the team traveled to a biotechnology facility in Kentucky and things got weird quick.
Good jump.
Hang on,
Ass broken. Water. What is going on? This is scary. About to turn into a horror movie. I'm gonna be out of commission for a while. Is this a vault? Whoa. It's really cool.
Biotechnology restricted.
Oh.
Please see security
Bro.
for access.
Okay, why are there zombies after me? What is this? I am tripping out.
After exploring for a bit, I found out that I needed 4 different keys in different areas of the facility to escape, so I first made my way to the research wing, where this happened.
What is this game now? I'm so confused. Oh, it's the from what do you call it? From BO3 or BO3. What am I supposed to do? I don't even got a gun. Oh, here we go. I gotta shoot his eyes. Ah! Hey, Ethan playing at this point. No! That was terrible. Like, what is this game? What is this game now?
3 more key cards to go.
All of a sudden, the game went from killing Pantheon soldiers to killing Margwas just like BO3. But after securing the first key, I headed to the next 3 facilities where things continued to get weird.
I have to find missing reports?
I found the first report.
I'm gonna turn around, there's gonna be so many.
Another report.
I knew it! I turn my back and I get closer. I'm running now. Hey! That's so spooky. I don't want to turn around.
2 left. Good job. That's the last report. There we are.
Oh my god. I gotta fight mannequins now? No!
See, he's a monster.
What? No way!
Another key card. 2 left to find.
This is horrifying, dude.
New gen-
Another one. Oh! It's running! This music's tough though. Ah! It's so fast! I hate this mission. This mission is horrifying. Ah! That's not even fair.
Almost there. Only 1 key card left instead.
Oh! Now this one's about to mess with my head.
There it is.
Alright, looks like we're going swimming, huh? I don't want to take that. I don't want to take it. Here he comes. Go! Whoa! No! I can't do it! I can't do it! I can't do it! I'm like Homer Simpson. Ah! I can't do it! I can't do it! Come on! Why are there so many still? Why aren't they dying? Why aren't they dying?
Excellent work.
Oh my god.
Now that all keys had been found, I went back to the atrium and unlocked the elevator, and after taking it up, I encountered yet another boss.
What is that? There's no way I have to fight this thing. There's no way. Oh my god. What is this? What is this campaign? It was going so well. Now I'm fighting zombies.
After defeating the boss, it turns out that I had consumed too much of the toxic biochemical fumes and that I had been hallucinating the entire time. Throughout the mission, we actually learned that Case had been here before, and it turns out that he was the first and only test subject to be experimented on with the cradle 10 years ago in an attempt to make him the perfect soldier. However, it failed due to the side effects causing him to become too violent. So this, by ingesting the fumes, caused him to become that violent soldier yet again and go crazy. In the cutscene following the mission, we learn that Harrow was a part of the team who had developed the cradle.
Wonderful.
Oh my god.
Isn't that your friend?
Yeah, we gotta take her out now. Head games. That was insane.
In that same video that Newman decrypted, we hear two phrases, B-24 and Fusina. Seth reveals that Fusina had to do with a crime family related to the guild in Avalon, so we had their next to figure out what B-24 is in the mission High Rollers. This mission was by far one of the best missions in the game, as we infiltrated a casino. During the introductory cutscene, we learned that B-24 is actually the number of a lockbox in the vault of the casino, so of course our task is to find what's inside. First, we take control of Marshall, who goes undercover in the casino as he tries to make his way up to the High Rollers lounge. However, before playing poker, I take control of Case in the sewers, with the goal of purposefully getting taken hostage by the crime family. But before giving myself up, I decided to go for another miscellaneous trophy called Seek and Destroy, which required me to get 2 kills with a single remote-controlled throwing knife from at least 50 meters away.
There we go. Seek and destroy. That was actually further than I thought for 50 meters.
Next, I tinkered with some fuse boxes, which allowed Woods to gain access to security cameras, and after giving myself up, I take control of Marshall, who gets help from Sev, who supplies him with extra cards, distracts the dealers, as well as Woods, who is on cameras and spies on the opponent's deck. With a little help from both and some great poker knowledge from myself, Marshall is able to defeat his opponent and is granted access to the lounge. In the lounge, Marshall creates a distraction and steals a set of keys, which he gives to Newman, who enters the server room to recode the keys to open the armory and elevator. After stopping at the bar to get a drink, Newman hands the keys to Sev, and she makes her way downstairs and unlocks the elevator for Marshall and Newman. After this, Sev heads to the armory, where she picks out a handful of guns that the squad will use in our escape. Next, we open the vault, and while Newman attempts to gain access to the archive room, Sev and Marshall defend the vault from incoming enemies. While the fighting was going on, the guards that were interrogating Case leave to find out what's going on, so Case frees himself and makes his way to the location of B-24 and lockpicks it open and finds some documents. After this, he meets back up with the squad, and they fight their way through the casino and out through the sewers, concluding one of the best missions in the game.
Jackpot. That was a really fun mission, actually.
Back at the safe house, we find that the documents reveal wire transfers between the Lutazzi crime family and the scientist who had been seen in the video with Harrow. With the help of Adler, we learn the location of the scientist and we trace him to an airport in Kuwait, where they hope to take him alive and find out what he knows about Pantheon and the Cradle. But before diving into the next mission, I decided to knock another miscellaneous trophy out of the way called the Puzzles Mason, which required me to complete all the puzzles in the safe house. I won't go too in depth on what these puzzles entail, as it's a bit confusing and there were quite a few, but after finally completing all of them, I was rewarded with some money as well as the trophy.
There we go. The puzzles, Mason. I did it. I cracked the code. That's actually pretty cool. I didn't realize all that was in here.
Now it was time to find the scientist who could provide us with all the information on the Cradle in the mission called Ground Control. And this mission felt straight out of the old Call of Duties, in that there was honestly not much to it. Really, the entire mission consisted of Case, Adler, and Sims, who was featured in Black Ops Cold War, fight through an entire airport until they finally reached the scientist. Yep, that's it. However, toward the end of the mission, there was a chance to earn a missable miscellaneous trophy called Bulldoze, which required you to run over 25 enemies while driving a tank. And this was surprisingly difficult, as there weren't a lot more than 25 soldiers, so you really had to be sure not to miss anyone. And during this section, there were 2 checkpoints, so if you missed some before that checkpoint, you were essentially screwed. It also didn't help that this was at the end of the mission, so if you missed 25, you'd have to start all over again. And yep, that's exactly what happened to me, so I went ahead and finished the mission, where it concluded with us finally finding the scientist and confronting him. Here, he tells us that the cradle is in Vorkuta, which set the scene for the next mission.
Grounded.
But before continuing on, I decided to replay the mission to ensure I did not forget about getting the miscellaneous trophy, and once I got to the tank section, I was able to run over 25 on my very first try.
I gotta be getting close. I think I've gotten way more than I had last run. Go!
We can't take more hits like that.
Go! Here we go, bulldoze. I was getting a little nervous. Bulldoze and ground control crushed 25 enemies while driving the tank. That was actually pretty tough.
Now it was time to travel to Vorkuta, one of, if not the most iconic location in Call of Duty history in my opinion. The mission, Under the Radar, begins with us taking control of Sev, as she has infiltrated Vorkuta, which is now controlled by the Pantheon. Here, our main task is to disable the Pantheon defense so that the rest of the squad could begin their attack. This mission also featured a missable miscellaneous trophy, which required me to reset the Pantheon SAM system to target its defense helicopter once the attack began. So after ensuring that this would happen, I accessed some security cameras which showed Harrow in the bunker below Vorkuta, confirming the group's suspicion that she was a part of Pantheon. After this, Marshall gives the order to attack Vorkuta and secure Harrow alive. Once the attack begins, the helicopter is shot down and I got the trophy.
Here we go. Fewer the winged beast.
Next, after the group reaches Vorkuta, we fight our way to the bunker, where we confront Harrow.
Bumping into each other, don't we, Case? I take it Dr. Gusev pointed you here. I knew he would eventually let us down. That by now.
Shut up. They're gonna come out of nowhere. She's getting clapped here.
Cannot believe it anymore.
And I'm gonna be watching.
It's all just about perspective.
Why is she talking to me like that?
And with that weapon, but you end up saving 2 lives.
Goodbye. Punch her! Punch her! Oh. Okay, they let the woman do it, of course.
Felix, get ready. We're headed back to the Rook with the guests. We're on our way home.
Constellation prize.
Giant guillotine.
That was another fun mission.
Now that there were only a few missions left, it was time to fully upgrade the safe house, so I went back to the mission I mentioned earlier called the Cradle, which was a great mission to quickly farm a lot of cash, and after collecting the cash and restarting the mission a handful of times, I finally had enough money to fully upgrade the safe house, which granted me my next trophy.
Here we go, final one.
We're in it for the long.
Dipped in gold. Purchase all safe house and player upgrades in the campaign.
Continuing on with the story, back at the safe house, we learned that Harrow had a tracking device, so we suspected that the Pantheon is on their way to save her, so the group begins to prepare to defend the Rook. However, before the Pantheon arrive, the group tries to interrogate Harrow to find out all she knows about the Pantheon and the Cradle. Since she was refusing to cooperate, Adler injects a drug called fenzosorazine into Harrow. This leads into the next mission, as we take control of Harrow and relive her memories as she tries to explain her plan to Marshall. This part of the story gets a bit confusing and reminds me a lot of BO3 in that the gameplay essentially gets flipped upside down. But here, we learn that Harrow and her family were involved in a home invasion when she was a child, which shaped her into who she is now. During this scene, she sees a side of herself that cracks a mirror. Now, Harrow is forced to find the 3 pieces of the mirror in order to clearly see her plans for the Cradle. Like I said, very bizarre and very confusing. And finding the first shard after doing some puzzles in Vorkuta and placing it back on the mirror, Harrow gets a flashback and she sees her mom being shot in the home invasion. The next shard is placed in the Kentucky lab, and after fighting some zombies and finding the shard, she placed the second shard on the mirror and flashes back to when her father is then killed by the invader. After this, we take control of Case as Pantheon is beginning their attack on the safe house. During the defense, there was a chance to get the final miscellaneous trophy of the campaign. This one, called David vs. Goliath, required me to destroy the APC using an RCXD, and this miscellaneous trophy wasn't too confusing by any means, but it was, however, buggy. While defending the safe house, eventually an APC would get up close, and like the trophy says, all I had to do was destroy it with the RCXD. This was a bit tricky, as one RCXD explosion wouldn't take out the APC alone, so after shooting it a few times with a rocket and then using the RCXD, the trophy should pop. But, of course, like the other RCXD based trophy in this game, this one seemed to be bugged, and after a few tries without it popping, I learned that you couldn't manually destroy the RCXD and instead had to run it into the back of the APC and have it destroy itself on its own. What made this even more annoying was that right after the APC was destroyed, you'd get a checkpoint, so if the trophy didn't pop, you'd have to begin the entire mission from the beginning. And this was definitely way harder and more annoying than it had to be, but nonetheless, after doing this, the trophy finally popped.
There we go. David versus Goliath. Took a couple tries. I don't know why, but got it nonetheless.
After the APC was destroyed, we returned back to taking control of Harrow. Here, time had advanced a bit, and she now details how after watching her parents die in the home invasion, she made it her goal to join the CIA and find out who did it. So now, I had to navigate across different floating islands to get back to Harrow's office in under 30 seconds. Like I said, this part of the game gets a bit confusing, but after getting back to her office, Harrow receives a floppy disk, which reveals all that she had been looking for, including the fact that the hit on her parents had been ordered by the CIA. After, we flash back to the night her parents died and find out that the killer may have been Adler. Next, Harrow's dark side takes over and reveals her plan to destroy the CIA. Next, Harrow begins to fight herself for the final shard and proceeds to be attacked by zombies. After taking out the zombies and finally defeating the evil version of herself, she receives the final shard and places it back on the mirror, where she begins to go unconscious. We then switch back to Case and the group as they are now defending the back of the house. After clearing out the Pantheon in the back of the house, we head to the front and decide that taking out the bridge would halt the Pantheon's advance. While Newman attempts to set charges on the bridge, he gets hit and I have to run to save him before it was too late. After this, we take control of Harrow yet again as she starts to lose control. After interacting with the repaired mirror, Harrow teleports to Avalon, where she clears out an entire building full of zombified versions of herself. Next, she climbs aboard a helicopter as she attempts to escape the city and is eventually saved by Woods, where the mission concludes.
Okay, I've got you. Now help me.
Capital punishment. That was insane.
I see it now. The cradle's in Washington, D.C., the Capitol building. They're just waiting on my word to release it. Everyone within blocks of the Capitol will be infected.
Oh, what is this cook?
Damn it.
Oh no.
Shit.
No, no way.
I'm so sad to see you like this, Woods.
No way. No way Woods dies here. There's no chance.
You just don't matter anymore.
Fuck you.
I'll give the order once we're airborne.
No! No! No!
And after learning that the cradle is in the Capitol building in Washington, D.C., and seeing Pantheon agents enter the house and save Harrow, we take control of Case and attempt to save Woods and take out Harrow before she escapes.
Shoot! Yes. The way he turned and aimed so quickly is insane. Hello. No. I clicked the wrong button. I'm a demon.
For God's sake. I shouldn't have protected any of you.
Shoot her.
I pushed Livingston for your suspension. I wanted you out of the way.
Of course you did. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Damn it.
You're an idiot. Shoot her. Good. Oh no. Let's closer to her for sure. Come on. Going in the water.
No.
I knew it. We're in the water.
No.
Yeah.
Look what you've done.
She's a psycho,
I know
bro.
what you really are, Case. The cradle made you this.
Oh.
You owe everything to the Pantheon.
Oh.
Destroyer. The cradle.
Oh my god.
Again. More.
Oh. Oh, siege.
Finish this.
Come on.
We have to get out of this.
What is going on? What was that ending? Did I die? Did Woods die? Did Felix die? I feel like he's gotta be the ops. Nah, Woods is good.
I'm not sure how you pulled it off, but it's not lost on me that you prevented one of the greatest catastrophes of our time.
Yep.
So you want us back?
Something like that. Harrow may be gone, but not the Pantheon. I need you back in Avalon. Whatever cabal brought Harrow into the Pantheon still lives inside our house. We thought they were long gone. But it turns out, they never left.
Who's that? Was that Case? Buried at sea. Case closed. And one more. Case in point. Complete the campaign on veteran difficulty.
And that is it for the BO6 campaign. This campaign was honestly a lot of fun, and maybe the most fun I've had playing a COD campaign in years. While the end was very confusing, I liked how this campaign had aspects from every Black Ops game before it. It actually wasn't hard at all, which was surprising given that it was a Treyarch game, but I won't complain. But while the campaign is over, only one part of this platinum remains. Zombies. If you guys have watched my previous COD Platinum videos, you know that I'm horrendous at zombies, so this is definitely going to be interesting. BO6 features 9 zombies trophies, with 6 being Easter egg based and the other 3 being elimination and upgrade based. Since I wanted this Platinum to feel as rewarding as possible, I decided to get the 3 elimination and upgrade trophies out of the way first, and I must say that these 3 trophies were some of the most tedious trophies I've ever gone for in any game that I've platinumed. Well, maybe not all 3, but definitely the trophy called Cyberized, which required me to research all augments for 10 items in zombies. In short, augments are enhancements that boost your perk-colas, ammo mods, and field upgrades. They offer strategic benefits and enable you to tailor your loadout to your playstyle. There are 18 items available, with each item offering 6 augments for research. So in order to achieve this trophy, I had to fully research 10 items, which equates to 60 augments, and the only way to research augments was through XP. In total, fully researching an item would amount to about 630,000 XP, and if you play directed mode on Liberty Falls, you'd get about 150k XP per hour. So this was going to be a long process. And before you comment saying it's easier to get more XP using the Rampage Inducer and exhaling at round 30, I did indeed try that. However, I could only reach round 15 before dying. Like I said, zombies are not my specialty, so I found the most efficiency by playing on directed mode on Liberty Falls and going for headshots, which would unlock camos and therefore granting me more XP. I also had a bunch of double XP tokens, which I got for buying the enhanced version of the game, so I put those to use as well. And for the next 4 days, not exaggerating, I capped out on round 11 and camped on the counter at the bank, which forced zombies to climb up in front of me, which made for easy kills. As I was doing this for hours and hours and saving my spot, thanks to the new save feature in zombies, I saved up a ton of points, which allowed me to buy mutant injections, which would allow me to get another trophy called To Know Your Enemy for getting 100 kills while using a mutant injection.
Yes, I got it. To know your enemy. That's for getting 100 kills while using mutant injections.
As I continued to grind kills in XP, I decided to go for the next non-Easter egg based trophy called Annihilation. This trophy required me to get 100 elite zombie eliminations. Typically going for this trophy on directed mode wouldn't make much sense as elite zombies only spawned in randomly after round 16 and I was capped at 11. However, since even getting to round 16 would be a challenge for me, I found a way to get elite zombies to spawn on directed mode before round 16. All I had to do was advance far enough in the Easter egg on Liberty Falls to where the game forced you to kill and trap the essence of an elite zombie. However, if I didn't trap the essence, the elite zombie would spawn as much as I needed it to until I actually completed the objective. So, for the next day or so, I continuously spawned 100 elite zombies over and over until I got the trophy. Like I said, definitely not the most efficient way to do this, but for me it was much easier than any other way.
Yes, Annihilation. That's 100 elite zombie eliminations. Took a little grinding, but wasn't bad at all. Especially with full pack of punch and the jet gun.
Now that 2 of the 3 non-Easter egg trophies were complete, I spent the next couple of days farming zombies for hours and hours until I finally researched my 10th item. No exaggeration, this took me 3 or 4 days of playing for 10 plus hours straight, so again, it was not efficient whatsoever, but it would have definitely taken me longer if I had used the Rampage Inducer on the regular zombies mode.
Max armor.
Cyberized, yes! Oh my god. Thank god. It's over. 3 straight days of non-stop playing to get that trophy. Oh my god. I've literally been doing this for so long. Just look at the stats here. 900, close to 1 million in essence, over 100,000 in salvage. So many eliminations. So many critical kills. It's over though. Oh, Cyberized. Thank God.
Now it was time for the Easter eggs. I first decided to go for the Bye Bye Dark Aether trophy, which required me to complete the main story of Liberty Falls. So I enlisted the help of my 2 friends, David and Cody, who, like me, are also clueless when it comes to zombies. But we did a good job, and after slowly completing all the steps, it was finally time to fight the final boss. And then this happened.
What the fuck just happened?
What?
Oh my god,
What?
bro. I'm done. I'm not doing that shit again, bro. I'm not doing that shit, bro.
What?
That just really pissed me off.
What?
That just pissed me off, bro.
That's actually so dumb. What?
No fucking way, bro.
In my life, I'm not gonna lie, it's the worst day of my life. That's crazy.
This was heartbreaking as we had gotten so far just for the game to crash and lose all of our progress, and understandably so, they were done with zombies after this. So now it was up to me to complete the Easter egg, but thankfully BO6 Zombies has the ability to save single player progress, so I went ahead and used the save in which I was grinding points on for the Cyberized trophy, which gave me a head start. So since I already had full armor and fully pack-a-punched weapons, I was able to complete the Easter egg quite easily and get the trophy.
You should have put your hands together and come up with a plan.
What?
Shit. Just y'all wait till I'm back on my feet.
Let's die?
I'll copy.
Bye bye, Dark Ether.
Thank you, my.
Whoa, look at him. He's got a little bit of aura on him.
Bye-bye.
See ya.
Dark Ether.
While the main Easter egg of Liberty Falls was complete, there were still 2 other side Easter eggs left. So, for these, I got my friend Aaron, who has been featured quite a lot on this channel, to help with the remaining zombies trophies. The first Easter egg we went for was the World Domination trophy, which required me to find 9 Aetherella figures around the map, and after finding all 9, I would then turn into a superhero called Aetherella and earned the trophy.
We're almost there. And then we can extra. Actually, I don't think we can.
What the fuck is that?
I think. Oh. Look at me!
What the fuck? How you do that?
There we go. World domination. That's the trophy. But yeah, so this is what the trophy was. It was turned into a superhero.
Like temporary?
Yeah, unfortunately.
Now it was time for the final Easter egg trophy in Liberty Falls called Deadwood, which required me to access a secret bowling alley by shooting 5 bowling shoes around the map. After this, we'd be teleported to a bowling alley, and here is where the real challenge began. Here, I had to get a score of 300, which required me to get 30 kills in under 2 minutes. This was actually super challenging and took a few attempts.
This is really difficult. I need 150 in a minute, which I think can be done. This is gonna be really close.
Oh, there's one right there. You get that right there.
Oh my god! Oh my god! I just hit a 4! I got it! Yes! Oh my god. Let's go! 340. There we go. Deadwood. Oh my god, that was terrible. I actually hated that one.
Now that the Liberty Falls Easter eggs were done, it was time to move on to the 3 Terminus Easter eggs. Unlike Liberty Falls, these 3 would be a lot more in-depth, take more time, and would be substantially more difficult. We first decided to go for Treasure Hunter and Culinary Delight in the same run. I won't go too in-depth on these Easter eggs, but essentially for Treasure Hunter, we had to find the skeleton of a former captain, who then sent us out to find a collection of watches and coins, and after doing this, he gave us the location of some buried treasure, and after surviving a couple of rounds on the island with the treasure, the chest appeared, and we got the trophy.
I think we're getting close. Oh, there it is.
What is that?
I got it. Here's the trophy. It's a chest.
Oh.
Nice. So that's it.
Right after this, we went for Culinary Delight, which required us to find different items around the map and then create a fishy meal. And after collecting all the items and cooking and eating the fish, I got the next trophy.
Okay, there's a fish. Oh, I got the fish. I'm being beat though. But the fish is burning. Actually, I'm gonna kill him. Alright, last thing. I don't know how much is left, but oh wow, this is a pretty cool creation here. I got it. Culinary Delight. That's for cooking the fish.
Oh, you got it?
Yeah.
After this, I said goodbye to Aaron as I would need to earn the final trophy on my own. Aaron's channel will be linked in the description below. Now, only one trophy remains. No Mo Modi, the main Easter egg on Terminus. Like the other Easter eggs, I won't go in depth or else we'll be here all day, but this Easter egg took what seemed like forever, and it was definitely a step up in difficulty compared to Liberty Falls. There were definitely a lot of close calls while completing objectives, but after a few boss fights and near deaths, it was finally time to take on the final boss and earn the Platinum Trophy. I didn't know it then, but I was severely underprepared to take on the final boss, and it did not go well whatsoever.
So cooked. I'm gonna die.
When I died, I thought I'd have to redo the hours of work I did to get to that point. However, I quickly quit out to the main menu, hoping the game saved and would place me at my last checkpoint, and to my surprise, it worked. So after watching some videos on how to most efficiently take out the boss, I did some more grinding, upgraded my gear, and tried my luck yet again.
This is so stressful.
Oh dear.
No!
I'm surprised these bastards can walk upright.
Apparently here's a good time to use this.
Yeah, I'm long past the point of being shot.
Come on! Yes! I do it! Is he dead? Yes! Yes! Oh my god!
I thought that bastard would never die.
Still had your warheads.
Today must have been very difficult for you, Peck.
Yeah!
Humiliating.
No, not Peck. Me!
As in the guard station.
It was so hard. It was so hard. I couldn't imagine doing that in like level 30. No, Modi, and wait for it. Decorated Agent, the Platinum. Oh my god, Call of Duty. Black Ops 6 Platinum. I'm glad I saved that one for last because that one felt the most rewarding. Oh my god, that was really difficult. For me, I'm not a zombies player. And me doing it solo too? Nah, that was not fun. That was not easy. That was very difficult.
And that was the BO6 Platinum Trophy. I honestly couldn't have asked for a better, more rewarding end to the Platinum. For an inexperienced zombie player like myself, defeating a tough boss like this was stressful, but also a lot of fun, and a super rewarding final trophy to earn. Thank God for progress saving and directed mode. BO6's Platinum was honestly one of my favorites in the COD series. Besides Cyber Eyes, no trophy was too mentally taxing, and there was a good mix and variety of easy and challenging trophies. I really enjoyed Call of Duty multiplayer for the first time since Cold War, and the campaign was a very, very unique experience to say the least. It's unfortunate that the Platinum can't be earned on the PS5, but I'm glad I was able to get the Platinum for you guys on the PS4. If you guys enjoyed, please be sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and stay tuned for more videos coming very, very soon.